I want to talk Tiffany and actually a couple of one other situation. Yeah, we'll call it a.
You're going to talk about Peloton, the lawsuit?
No, not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about Tiffany because they gave us results this morning. Why? Well, because they wanted to front-run LVMH, their would-be buyer, which we're going to hear from momentarily in terms of the results from that giant luxury goods company. But Tiffany's results were only for really where we stand right now for this period, right? Global net sales for a 2-month period. They did decline year over year, but operating earnings, Tiffany tells us, were up 25% year over year. 25% is what they say. Now, again, they're still seeing sales declines here in the U.S. Let's keep that in mind. And by the way, they also will tell us about e-commerce. It is growing quite quickly, but it's growing in part as a percentage of sales because the overall sales number is not as high as it had been. So it wouldn't be quite as high a number in terms of doubling from what it was a year ago at roughly 6% to 13%. Nonetheless, e-commerce is becoming a more important component of their overall business. Why are they telling us all this? Well, the main reason they're telling us all this is because they want to make it clear that, in their opinion, there is no way that there has been a material adverse effect on their business, which is one of the key arguments being made by LVMH as the two sides sue each other in Delaware court.
Okay.
Their claim at Tiffany is simply, hey, you know what? All your claims don't matter, right? You say that there was no carve-out for a pandemic. You say that you got some letter from the French Foreign Ministry, which is going to prevent you from closing the deal until after January 6th. And you say there's a material adverse effect. Here is their counterclaim from Tiffany, which was filed yesterday. Quote, ignoring the actual words in the merger agreement, LVMH's argument is based primarily on the absence of an explicit exclusion for pandemics in the agreement's definition of material adverse effect. LVMH's heavy reliance on the absence of an express carve-out for pandemics, an argument they say is devoid of support in case law, underscores how weak their claim is, but the court need not even reach the various exclusions from the MAE definition for the simple reason Tiffany has not suffered an MAE. That was yesterday. Today they follow it up with this release, giving us the numbers, which in their opinion say very simply, Jim, we are doing better than we did a year ago in terms of our profits.
Look at the China numbers are incredible. China's fantastic. They're starting to do better in the e-com. And, you know, look, it's jewelry. You don't expect a lot of e-com. But I have to admit that I'm impressed.
And the question
numbers
then becomes,
continue to be good in October.
As now Bernard Arnault has been, I believe, subpoenaed to be deposed on November 20th. The question becomes, does this present an opportunity for the two sides to finally get something done? Does he really want to be deposed? Does he really want to be put on the stand in Delaware, as would be the case in early January? November 24th, by the way, is when they can walk away ostensibly, but they still will have to go to court. And if a judge orders specific performance, they're still going to have to buy them at $135 a share. A lot of, ARBs are in this stock, believing that you will get a deal at a far higher price, perhaps even at the 135 number that originally was agreed to, because they don't believe that the case merits much in terms of at least LVMH saying there wasn't a carve-out for a pandemic, this is an MAE, and we can't do it because of the French Foreign Ministry. That said, we don't know what could come from Macron. Maybe he says maybe he'll continue to help his friend Bernard Arnault.
He should focus on COVID. David, do you know the lag trade that Matthew Boss came up with?
No.
Okay, L Brands.
Yeah.
American Eagle Outfitters.
Yeah.
Gap. All doing better than expected.
Right.
They're all in the mall. What is the case against Tiffany if it's in the mall? See, we hated the mall for a while.
Yeah.
Mall's making a comeback.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.